Welcome to this Windows channel, and this is a quick look at PC security. So PC security is something that is very interesting because everybody thinks they know what PC security is all about, and you always get these, oh well, I always use that antivirus, it's better than that other one. And frankly, like I always like to say, I don't care what antivirus you're using. If you're paying for an antivirus, you're probably wasting your money. It's very simple. PC security does not start with the antivirus at all. At all. If that is the number one thing in your list to stay safe, you're totally getting it wrong. If you ask any IT professional, okay, what is security? And it's going to tell you the user is the number one security. You decide if your PC will be infected or not the use of an antivirus or anything. If your antivirus is there and you're careless, you will be bitten. You will have ransomware. You will have viruses. Do not think your antivirus is protecting you. It's not. It's not. It has some form of basic protection for common things. But more and more studies show that viruses and ransomware are more and more difficult to detect. And last year there was a test that was done, and we're saying that over 20% of all the ransomware and viruses out there are not even detected by any antivirus. These are, this is a cat and mouse game, antivirus and ransomware and all of that. And, the bad guys, they are on the edge of how to infect. They know how these antivirus works, so they can actually have that ransomware or that virus, not be detected by it. So the first item is you. You are the security. That means going to known websites, being careful where you go on the websites, and not downloading illegal stuff and software and movies. These are the number one people that probably have the most viruses. People that have children or especially teenagers. Teenagers are dreadful on PCs. They download everything they see. They're pretty much ignorant of what they are doing. As a tech guy, over the 20 years that I did a lot of tech duties, the number one clients were either families with teenagers or people that were simply downloading all sorts of things like porn and illegal games and those all of those pieces of software that try to like key gens to unlock software and stuff like that. They're the number one infected users. Worse than that is that a lot of people think they're safe and they're not. So a lot of people say, well, I download illegal stuff and I never get bitten because I know what I'm doing. Yeah, well, chances are you have a virus on your PC and you don't even know it. There are millions of PCs right now that are zombie PCs waiting to do, denial of service attack or any other type of, problem. And it's just waiting there. It's your PC is this little something hidden, and your antivirus doesn't see it. And you know what? The chances, if you download illegal stuff, that you are and you have some kind of malware is very high. What's the second rule? Make sure your PC is up to date. Remember that 90% of viruses will actually exploit a flaw in the operating system or in a software you're using. Your Windows operating system is up to date. Your Mac operating system is up to date. Your Linux is up to date. The software you use within it, your browser, or whatever other software you use regularly is up to date. You've just removed 90% of viruses from the list of what can infect you. Not an antivirus, just the updates to your operating system and your software. You're already removing 90% of the possible infections. The third thing to be totally careful about: email attachments or email links. I always say there shouldn't be attachments in emails. It's dreadfully difficult to sometimes know the truth from, the bad stuff. Remember that any emails from a contact that doesn't have any information except a link or just an attachment, or one of the most important things is, oh well, you got a UPS package waiting for you. You got to click here, an attachment to see the invoice. Are you really waiting for a package from UPS or for the US Postal Service or for whatever? They don't send emails to say that. Never click an attachment if you're not sure where it is, where it comes from, and what it is. Most of the time, almost everybody that I've seen that have been bitten already knew it was kind of weird, but they clicked anyway. It's weird, do not click. And if you do send email attachments, take the time to describe, hey, Susan, I posted, I have an email attachment about this or that, and I'm telling you because I want you to make sure that you understand that this is a real email. Because most of the time when there's an email attachment, it's either some fake company doing something, apparently, or it's simply one of your contacts that could be infected. And when that happens, it usually sends you empty emails, no text, nothing, but there's a attachment. And the biggest problem is that your family and your friends are your worst enemies with PC security. Because you think that, oh, well, that's my friend that knows everything about computers. Yeah, don't believe that. Never believe that. 90% of the time when somebody told me, oh, well, that person knows everything about PCs, they actually know nothing about PCs. It's your impression. And people are often people think that others are better than they are, when in fact they're pretty much equal, meaning they don't know that much. But because they did this little maneuver, or they clicked that little thing to help you out one day, oh wow, you're great with PCs. No, that doesn't work like that. So the antivirus, I don't care. I don't want to know what you're using. And no, if you're posting, I use this antivirus, it's better than all the rest to stay safe, you don't know what you're talking about. It's very simple. Just obey the rules. If you are the security, so you got to be careful. And the second rule is keep your system up to date. And that's it. That's it. You can run Windows 10 without an antivirus, and if you're careful and it's up to date all the time, you'll never have a virus on your PC. It's funny how people think, well, you can't run Windows like that without an antivirus. You're going to be bitten by viruses in a few hours. It's absolutely false. This is totally false, bogus information. People think Windows is flawed and has, it infects itself by doing nothing. Windows is as secure as Mac OS. Another misconception. People think that, oh, well, Mac is so secure. No, it's not more secure. Stop it. You don't know what you're talking about when you say that. It is as vulnerable as Windows. The only thing that's saving it is for one virus or malware for a Mac. Yeah, there'll be probably 50 that will come out for a PC. And it's simply a numbers game. You're a bad guy, you want to infect PCs. You're going to infect Windows because it's 90% of the people. Why infect Macs that are not even 10%? It's, you're wasting your time. It's mostly that. But even Macs are getting more and more viruses and malware lately. So you got to be careful. But this is what security is all about. You and security updates. Okay? That's pretty much it. And if you stay like that, you're going to be okay, honestly. And that's why I always say Windows Defender is quite alright. Because if you think that sophisticated antivirus that you've paid or you're using is much better, it's not. It's not. No antivirus is better than the other. They all have their flaws and they all have viruses they don't see. And if you rely on the antivirus to stay safe, you will be bitten by a virus. That is sure. Because you're going to do things that you think your antivirus is going to protect you on, when in fact you're just going to be bitten by ransomware, and that's it. And I've seen that so many times happen. People with, all these fancy antiviruses that slow down your PC and ask all these questions that people don't even know what they mean. It doesn't help at all. And they still have a virus, and they still need a tech guy because they got bitten by ransomware and so on. I've seen a lot of cases like that. So you be careful, keep your PC and your software updated, and be careful with those email. These 3 things will make sure that it keeps you safe. Whatever antivirus you're using, even if you don't even have one. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Thank you for watching.